This week we changed the clocks and darkness began to come earlier, making us feel a bit more surrounded by darkness and the waning of daylight. This is perhaps appropriate in a time when many of us are feeling the spiritual darkness of these days of conflict and our fears for Israel and Israelis, as well as for Jews facing anti-Semitism on the rise around the world. And this is aligned as well with the month of Cheshvan, which we are just now finishing in the Hebrew calendar. This is the only month of the entire Jewish year that has no holidays or special observances. And that emptiness, that lack, sometimes feels like a welcome break from the busyness of holidays with Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, and Simchat Torah, and the month of Tishrei that precedes. But this year, that emptiness might feel really like a lack, like an opening that really is full of grief, which we are feeling in so many ways right now. And yet, there's a way that holding space for that grief also creates an openness that allows for potential of the future to rush in. In her book, The Book of Days by Rabbi Jill Hammer, in which she talks about the significance and meaning of every day in the Jewish calendar, she talks about this end of Cheshvan period as holding this emptiness and showing the lack of a holiday, which maybe should have been, since King Solomon actually finished building the temple in Jerusalem in the month of Cheshvan. So there should have been an observance, there should have been a holiday. And yet this lack or absence also signals the possibility of what might come in the future. And there is a legend that arises, she writes, that when the Messiah comes and the third temple is built, it will be dedicated in Cheshvan. And so we think about the way this emptiness holds space for our grief, but also holds open the possibility of what may come in the future. And so as we complete this month of Cheshvan this week and celebrate the beginning of Kislev, when we will celebrate Hanukkah, a beautiful holiday of light, let us both hold space for our grief and our fear in this time of Cheshvan, in this time of darkness, and also hold open the possibility that one day soon we will be filled with light. Shabbat Shalom and Chodesh Tov.